You know, just when you think you've actually gone to raves or you've partied, and then you watch a documentary about how the ancient Romans used to party, and you're like, I didn't even party at all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining Reality is Optional. I am Kris Rubio, and today we're going to be talking about how the Romans partied at this one place called the Villa Atlantis. Thank you for tuning in. Let's do this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me on a wonderful expedition through this one place called the Villa Atlantis. If you guys don't know, now you know, bro. Now you know. I gone to a lot of raves. Heard about different debaucheries. I've heard of the debaucheries. I've heard of the P. Diddy stuff. And that's the way the ancient Romans, I think, partied, puts the P. Diddy parties to shame. I'm going to say to shame. I would say the Pompeii palaces, Pompeii in Rome, were every time you threw lavish parties, it was definitely lavish. There was definitely a lot of things going on. And when you partied back in the day, I don't know how it was, but could you imagine? When you think of Rome, you think of the most lavish, you think of togas, you think of the sexual escapades that probably goes on 24/7, the infamous Roman bathhouses. That's a thing. There's this one place called the Villa Atlantis. I think Villa Atlantis, if I'm not mistaken, the Villa Atlantis. I think that's how you pronounce it. It had a big ass swimming pool. There was a separate wing for its slaves. In essence, every week, or I would even say every day, it was a party. It was like if you were if you lived next to Jake Paul. I don't know Jake Paul, but from all the videos that I've watched, he kind of partied. And this place had 99 rooms. 99 rooms. This Villa Atlantis in Pompeii. 99 rooms in this one house. How many rooms do you need? I live in a one bedroom, and that's plenty enough for me. 99 bedrooms? Let me guess. Some of those bedrooms were used for kinky things. Kinky things. What kind of kinky things? I don't know. Let's just ask P. Diddy. Okay. Everybody knows what P. Diddy did. Let's see what kind. 99 rooms. Definitely. If I own that house, half of it will definitely be storage spaces because I'm running out of room. I have so much stuff. I'm not a hoarder, but if I had 99 rooms, I would be a hoarder. If you had 99 rooms, there would be a bedroom. Like for me, I would have a bedroom. I would have a workroom. I would have a workout room. I would have a place to relax room. And of course the other 89 rooms. Kinky rooms. Kinky rooms. Would you have a kinky room? If you had 99 rooms, would one room be kinky? Probably. If you're a single bachelor, you know what I mean? If you're a single bachelor, you're just like having the good and you're in your 20s and you're experimenting with drugs and stuff like that. Hey, why not? Why not? This place called Villa Atlantis was right in the center of the neighborhood. Imagine having a house right dead center in the neighborhood. And this house was the party house. Man, if I didn't live there and I had a bird's eye view, if I had binoculars, I would are you meaning to tell me I would be basically having a free show every day at this Villa Atlantis? If I was its neighbor, would I be if I had binoculars or a telescope at the time, would I be chiming in? You damn right I would be chiming in. Who would it be chiming in? Let me give you a hypothetical. Okay, this is a good hypothetical. You're living in ancient Rome. You're Roman. You're living in ancient Rome, and then you're just a regular citizen, and your next door neighbor throws lavish parties every day. And when I talk lavish, I'm talking about ancient lavish. Talking about the debauchery that happens. And most of those rooms, they're probably not really secure. So you could actually, depending on how high your room was, you could definitely like look. You want to be looking? I love to look at the people like I wouldn't look. They're my neighbors. I'm not a peeping Tom. Bro, if there was some P. Diddy party things happening right next door, you wouldn't look? You're gonna take the moral high ground and be like, oh, I'm not gonna look because that's none of my business. Hey, if I could see it, it's my business. Is it not? This weekly Scoopy. Is this pre-recorded? No, it's not pre-recorded, bro. I wish. I actually I lied. I don't wish it was pre-recorded, but with the live stream being pre-recorded, it does make things a little easier. But I choose to be honest with my audience members. This place was as big as 3 Taj Mahals. 3 Taj Mahals. I've never been to a Taj Mahal. I've seen pictures. You mean tell me this one house called the Villa Atlantis in Rome was 3 Taj Mahal lot big? Am I making sense? How many football fields is that? That is a lot of real estate, even for me. I live in an 1,000 square feet. I don't know what the hell. 1 bedroom apartment in Burbank. I think it's enough for me. Now you're talking about the Villa Atlantis, which has 99 rooms, a big ass pool, a separate wing for its slaves. That's crazy. That is so crazy. All these statues. How many statues? How many statues do you need if you lived back in the ancient Roman days and you had a house with 99 bedrooms? How much peacocking are you doing? And do you guys know what I mean by peacocking? Like when men buy Ferraris, they want to show it off. It's like a peacock. When if you guys don't know, like when peacocks want to mate, they do that thing with their feathers. They do an elaborate show. They're peacocking. It's my term, but they're peacocking. So how many statues do you need to peacock back in the ancient Roman days? I will have a statue in every one of those 99 bedrooms. I would have 2 statues. 2 statues. Would it be too much if I had 1 statue in every bedroom of that 99 bedroom right in the center? Would that be too much? A statue of myself? Just every person that goes into my house, like, hey, Rubio, why do you have like 99 statues of all yourself in the bedroom? So I am there spiritually in every room, whatever kind of debauchery you guys are doing, I am there with you. I'm there, bro. I guess when you were rich, back in the days, how to signify you're rich or peacocking is the amount of water that was displayed at your house. The amount of fountains, the amount of fresh water you're getting. I guess that's the way to show how wealthy you are if you lived in ancient Rome. Man, you know what I would do? You know what I would do right now if that was still the case, if water was a form of currency in modern day, you know my house will be built on empty bottles of Dasani water bottle. That's what I would do. Kind of elaborate ways that you could display water. How could you display water? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this one Roman. Her name was Pompeii Sabina, and she was very, very manipulative. Huh, typical women. Huh? I was just kidding. But she was very manipulative. She kind of convinced Nero to be with her. Nero was a Roman emperor. And she was, talk about elite. She bathed with goat milk because she liked the way, I guess, the goat milk made her skin look. She was into fragrances. She designed the room with artwork that gave feminine power. At the time, she was also like a fortune teller. She could see the future supposedly. So I don't know, was her room, did she paint Caitlin Clark in any one of those bedrooms? I mean, I don't know. If you could foreshadow women's power, Caitlin Clark must have been in her artwork, right? She was into fragrances. She walked around like she owned the place. Very, very intimidating woman to see and be with. But not me. I'll put her in her place. I'll be like, hey, Pompeii Sabina. Hey, let's go get an acai bowl. You don't know what an acai bowl is. Well, it's better than goat milk. You could bathe in the acai bowl. You want to bathe in the acai bowl? The emperor she was with, the emperor's name is Nero. Nero the emperor, the 5th emperor of Rome. He was highly paranoid. He was weird, riddled with anxiety. And I think this woman, Pompeii Sabina, knew exactly how to guide him. Because when you're a man riddled with anxiety and paranoia, I think to a lot of women, I think they see that, and it will be considered a weakness. And Sabina definitely knew how to manipulate men, like all my ex-girlfriends. Come on, guys. Where's the? It's so weird because the palace, that 99 bedroom palace, the Villa Atlantis, it was in essence a brothel. There's no way a palace like that. A palace, they say that palace was located a few blocks away from a brothel. That place is a brothel. If you live in a 99 bedroom 2 blocks away from a brothel, by proxy is a brothel. That's just the way it has to be, baby. And plus, if you own the place like this, how much security do you need to have? You need to have a grip of security. A 99 bedroom house, you would need at least one security guard per every 5 bedrooms. I would say. Because especially if you have a party, man, imagine only having 10 security people. You know how many back in ancient Rome, how much items would have been stolen at your house? Dude, like you need a security guard. You need a security guard for the front door, for the back entrance. You would need a security guard, a couple for the pools. You would need a couple security guards for where you keep the slaves. You would need a couple security guards, I would say one per every 5 bedroom in your 99 bedroom. And you would need another security guard to keep tabs on all the underage sex that was happening. Because you know that was happening back in ancient Rome, damn it. Don't be naive. Don't be naive. That was a bunch of that stuff going on. A lot of baby oil too, I've been told. A lot of baby oil. Hey, Michael Amico. My friend Michael Amico is like, you should always also wear a Kris Rubio photography shirt. If yeah, I do have one, but it's a little too much. It's a little redundant, Michael. You know, like the hat's good enough, bro. The hat's good enough. Plus, what kind of music? What kind of music were they doing in ancient Rome anyway? That's a good question. What kind of music was happening in ancient Rome when that thing was happening? Debauchery and parties were going. I used to have a joke where I say like back in the days, the number one music genre was the Gregorian chant. Could you imagine going to a party back then? Hey, who is it? It's this group called the Larrys. What? Who the Larrys? Oh yeah, they're a Gregorian chant guy. You know, you go see their concerts, like. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a good Monday. I will see you guys back tomorrow with insight of the documentary I was watching. Anyways, guys, take care. God bless. Peace out.